Good morning, Sheriff Carmine Marceno. Thank you for being here today. Standing with me today are representatives from my narcotics team who play a vital role in this ongoing mission. Time and time again, I've stood before you. I've emphasized my team's no-nonsense approach to fighting crime. While we cannot solve the drug pandemic just by making arrests, we can do big things on smaller scales to help rid the streets of drugs and violence. Today I'm sending a clear message. If you sell drugs in Lee County, now is the time to panic. We're on to you. When you see my squad coming, we're closing your shop down and putting the final nail in your coffin. In case you're new here, this is not a myth or an urban legend. We take a real hard stance on narcotics enforcement, and the grind never stops. These detectives beside me work tirelessly behind the scenes to identify, target, and confront dealers who put the public at risk for their own selfish benefit. In the spirit of Halloween, I've tasked my narcotics unit to doing everything they can to prevent families from dealing with tragedy of an overdose during the holidays. Just take a look. The drugs and guns you see here on display are proof we're turning dealers' candy into contraband, one search warrant at a time. I'm proud to announce the conclusion of Operation Candyman Crackdown. This investigation spanned over several months and focused efforts on street-level and mid-level drug dealers, the dredges of society who put poison in the hands of those suffering from addiction. In total, this operation netted 68 arrests with 39 search warrants executed. While the investigation of this nature requires a significant amount of time and dedication towards the mission, removing poison and guns from criminals is the easy part of our job, like taking candy from a baby. During this lengthy operation, detectives recovered the following: 349 pounds of marijuana, over 2 kilos of powder crack cocaine, a half a kilo of fentanyl, enough to kill thousands, various amounts of heroin, ecstasy, and methamphetamine, 621 packages of the designer drug Kratom, 26 firearms, a Lincoln Navigator, and approximately $90,000 in U.S. currency. This impressive seizure is proof that my mission to rid poison of the streets of Lee County is working. To add some perspective here, the deadly poison removed from our streets during this operation alone has an estimated street value of almost $1 million. In addition, the 68 targets, 50 have received trafficking charges as a result of this operation. Many claim that low-level dealers and those only peddling narcotics such as cannabis are not where our focus should be. Well, I'm here to confirm you're wrong. We've seen this firsthand over and over. Narcotics of all kinds are the root of evil and the gateway to violence and other criminal activity. The mugshots you see behind me are the faces that traded the Halloween party for a booking photo. They hide from plain sight, but they are deadly to those who fall victim to the tricks in exchange for their treats. Many officials talk a big game, but my team's aggressive approach to the war on drugs is unmatched. If we've arrested you, and if we've not arrested you, you better watch and take a long, hard look in the mirror. Change your criminal lifestyle or leave. There is no place for you in Lee County. If you're turning dope for profit and you haven't been caught, mark my words. I'm not going to sugarcoat it either. Your time is coming. You're on the radar, and we will make an example out of you. The success of these cases is a direct result and teamwork fostered with our local, state, and federal partners. Lee County is blessed to have incredible leadership with our great state attorney, Amira Fox, and her team. I also like to thank our county commissioners, as none of this is possible without their support, encouragement, and to continue pressing forward. They equip our team with the tools needed to operate at a level that's second to none. It's clear to see. People rob and kill and steal for drugs. We help those with addiction. We hunt and incarcerate those that sell poison. There's a reason the crime rate is the lowest it's ever been. Because we're taking those types of people, the people that push poison, the cancers of society, and we're taking them off the streets. And the great residents of Lee County live with law and order in a safe, secure environment. And I say it often, but I truly mean it. I could not be more proud of my narcotics unit, the real-time intelligence center analysts, precinct crime sections, bureau patrols, and all the men and women of the Lee County Sheriff's Office. There is proven success in numbers, and this is an impressive stash we've acquired during this operation. And it's a prime example of how this team will always come out winning. I want the great residents of Lee County to know that our job's never finished. There is always work to be done to keep our neighborhoods safe and safer. And to the criminals stopping in who think they're setting up shop in Lee County, you're going to understand just how sweet karma is. Congratulations. You've been promoted from a low-life dope pusher to a full-time resident of the Lee County Jail. I'll take some questions.
How long was all the process? You said that around a month-long operation, but when it started and then when it was the last one?
So a couple things. This is months of continuous hard work and dedication. It doesn't go 8 to 4, 9 to 5. This is 24/7. The men and women and our detectives are out there in the Lee County Sheriff's Office pushing, building cases, and dealing with the worst that you can imagine. These operations are ongoing everywhere. This is not just a one and done. As we sit here, you see all the different pictures up on the screen. There's more arrests to come. We're building more cases. We know who deals drugs in this county. Our intelligence unit, our detectives are building these cases. And I'm telling you, see this? These faces? Get ready. If anyone thinks they're going to push poison on the street of Lee County, they need to stop, don't take a breath, and run, because we're coming for them. We're going to arrest them, and we're going to take everything we can from them. We have to help those that are addicted. We incarcerate those that deal poison.
In an operation like this, how do you identify, for lack of a better term, a patient zero? And how do you identify all the associates, if you're able to elaborate on that?
I will tell you, this team is second to none. They're building cases as we speak. Every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month. It's nonstop. They know, they document, they know who's pushing drugs, they know the level of that person, and they constantly are working through that while simultaneously building charges to get to the top. And I'm telling you, these operations work. The crime rate's never been lower. We've all never been safer. But beyond that, every single time you see someone pushing poison for their own gain, we lose lives. The poor person that's addicted, someone's family member, someone's brother, sister, whoever it may be, has an addiction, and we have to help those addicted, and we got to stop those that push the poison for their benefit. So these operations are ongoing, and I can tell you, our detectives are amazing. And we keep a complete database on what we're doing every step of the way. And watch out. You deal drugs, get out of this county immediately. We're not tolerating it.
Would you say that you just spoke to this Sheriff that folks are pushing poison, they're really harming our community with these drugs? Can you talk about how this also, their behavior fosters a culture of violence within what they're doing and how they could also be harmed physically?
Well, you see over 50 people whose photos were back there that are getting charged with trafficking, felonies. These guns are in their possession. These guns, okay, why do they have firearms? Because they're dealing poison. They rob and they kill for poison. They steal, okay, and when they fight each other, unfortunately, innocent people get caught in the middle of that. So when you take these off the street, when you take guns out of bad people, felons' hands, the great people of this county just get a better quality of life every single day. And again, you save lives no matter what, because the people that are addicted, you know, we're breaking that cycle, right? But the crime rate goes down. And some people might say, oh, yeah, it's just marijuana. Well, you're wrong, okay? This is a stepping stone drug. This isn't just marijuana. This isn't medicinal. This is mountains of people making over $500,000 dealing marijuana and poison. And look, these drugs look like candy, okay? Potentially laced with fentanyl. The DEA came out with a stat that said last year, 7 out of 10 pills are laced in some way with fentanyl. Those are horrible odds for someone that has an addiction, for someone that's using. 7 out of times could be a fatal dose. One loss of life is too many. It's someone's loved one, someone's family member. So we have to help that. And again, I couldn't be more clear. These investigations are ongoing every single day. And we are going to hunt drug dealers every way, shape, and form. We're going to take everything from them. And they're going to jail. And then we'll work with our great state attorney. Amira Fox and her team, we're blessed to have the greatest state attorney. Her team is amazing. We will work together to ensure prosecution on the other side.
You've touched on the loss of life and working along with State Attorney Amira Fox. She started,
NetForce.
I'm looking for a prosecution of overdose deaths. Are you able to elaborate on how many overdoses are currently being investigated as homicides?
That's a great question. Thanks, Tomas. So DHIT is the Drug Homicide Investigation Team that we have here. Our great state attorney started NetForce. Again, these are all strong forces and different people that are working the same mission. We now, thanks to our great state attorney, if we can prove the decedent, the person that took the narcotic, passed away because of the narcotic, and the person who sold that narcotic, and it matches, we charge with homicide. So the dealer doesn't get away while the other person dies. Right now, we worked cases like that. I can get you the exact number, but I will tell you, every time the DHIT unit goes out, the drug, overdose homicide investigation team goes out, okay? We are looking to connect dots. Where did that narcotic come? We're getting into the cell phones of the bad people, of the suspects. Who's dealing the drug? Is it that drug that the medical examiner comes back and tells us is the reason that person died? When we connect those dots, we charge. So we're charging on every angle, and we're not letting anyone go. We're holding people accountable. And that's why, look, I can sit and talk, and I can point to the mountains of drugs and guns that are off the streets, and the world's a better place because of it. But I ask of you to get the message out from me as a sheriff. I love the residents that Lee County's filled with great residents, and they deserve to live with law and order in a safe, secure environment. But I ask of you to get the message out. Whoever's listening, if you're dealing poison, get out of the county now. Now is your time. Don't wait. Don't wait 1 second. We're coming in full force, and we're going to put you behind bars. It's just a matter of not if, but when, and when is coming.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you, guys.